see the realm of the spirit. Your father died.
My father is not dead.
Beloved of God, you're welcome to our channel, the Game Spectrum channel. Now, the short clip that you just saw is a part cut from a movie called Prophet Suddenly. And that Prophet Suddenly is actually the second part. The part one was earlier done. This is the second part. Now, not long after the second part was released, it started making waves on the social media. And that particular part, a bit extended, was cut and published on many platforms. Now, those who published it, some of the bad things they did was that they did not indicate that this is actually from a movie. And so those who hadn't watched the movie actually thought that this is actually a real life occurrence. Nevertheless, we also have similitude of that. I mean, real life occurrences where in services, something like this has happened. Take for instance this one.
Do I know you, sir?
Yes, no, you don't know me, sir.
Huh? Have you ever told me your name before? Have you ever told me your name or where you stay, your house number, your address, how many kids you have? Do I know you?
Oh.
I'm asking.
Yeah, we meet before. Yeah, we meet before here.
What did we meet? What did we talk?
Around 2 o'clock.
I was here today.
Now that doesn't look so good. The prophet was trying to establish the fact that he has not met the man before. But somehow the man was saying that, but they already met earlier, and that the prophet asked about his name. Okay.
You understand?
Understand, prophet. Understand. That is you. I see you now.
This guy is crazy.
Please note that the clip you just watched is a real life occurrence, not a movie scene like the Prophet Suddenly you watched. Now, there are speculations that the prophetic scene in Prophet Suddenly was made in an attempt to actually narrate this other real life scene that you just watched. Well, there's no way to actually prove that. Now, following the release of the Prophet Suddenly, different pastors, different ministers of the gospel have had different things to say. Some of them spoke for and some of them spoke against. And most of the persons who spoke, they were actually persons who operated or who operate in their different churches in what is called the prophetic. I mean, they give prophecies to people, just like it was done in Prophet Suddenly. Now, so that we do not waste too much of our time, let's go directly to the title of this clip. It says the missing scene in Prophet Suddenly. All right, what is that missing scene? What we're about to say is actually based on our own analysis of the movie. And the comment section is also going to be open for you to air your view. But please, when you're doing that, make sure that you're not being biased. All right, you're not a biased person. You're not sentimental. Just speak from a neutral, platform. Now, Prophet Suddenly is a very nice movie, but just in case the Win-Lose Ministry, the owner of the movie, just in case in the way they get to see about this clip, they should take this as a suggestion. Now, that is a nice movie, and it presents what is actually going on in most churches. Now, we couldn't get our hands on this particular clip. Not too long ago, we saw another clip on Facebook. A pastor was very, very angry by the time he got back to his own assembly. He was invited somewhere, and where they kept him, one of the persons from the church actually visited him in his room and told him that, Oga, let me be your Gehazi. I mean, Gehazi in the sense that let me help you, all right? Let me supply you information about some persons who are going to be in the service. Then you go to the service without information, then you begin to call their details, and they are going to respond. Also, more presenting the files of those people. So the pastor was very furious and angry. By the time he got back to his own church, he was angry. So he began to relate what transpired. So it is very, very true that what was related in Prophet suddenly happens, and it actually happens, on a large scale when it comes to what is called the prophetic. So this is what we consider to be missing. Someone like Apostle Aromi Osai, who was also featured in the movie, who is a minister of the gospel. I've listened to him a few times, and I've heard him a couple of times talking about friends I grew up with, that they were so blessed when it comes to this area. They could sleep, wake up without much prayer, and they look at somebody and God begins to speak to them into details. Like they could tell you things even before you were born. And according to him, he knows these people, and he knows that, this grace is actually pure from God. So just from some of those testimonies, he is saying that such dimension of ministration, dimension of gifts is actually very, very possible, and it is real, and it is genuine. Okay, so now that Prophet suddenly has presented the obvious case where you have fake people, where you have people arranging prophecies, where you have people doing research before they come to minister, and they do it as if it is actually God that is speaking to them. That is true. Now, the part that we believe is missing is also to have shown, even if it's just 5 minutes or 6 or 7 minutes, that you dedicate to the other side, showing another person who is a man of God, who has a genuine walk with the Lord, and that God truly speaks to and operates in that dimension. So that when people watch the movie, they do not get an idea that anywhere we see this type of operation, automatically it is fake. Remember, it becomes entirely true. It becomes entirely true if the real does not exist. And if we cannot say that the real one does not exist, then it is wrong to say that this is the only possibility. That is the sin. So we are not saying that the sin in Prophet suddenly is wrong. We agree with it. All that we are saying is we believe that the ministry that brought about the movie should also have presented another man of God that has a genuine walk with the Lord, all right? That's genuine walk with the Lord, and that also manifests, so that to present two cases, the fake and the original, so that the audience, the people watching the movie who do not know so much, anywhere they find this type of operation, they do not conclude that literally this is not God. We hope that you understand what we have presented. We're not saying that the sin acted, the prophetic sin, is not good. That is not what we're saying. It is good. We're only saying that we feel that the ministry should also have added the one that is the operation of the genuine man of God. And by that, it would have been balanced. And we believe that if that was done in the first place, then we would not have cases of ministers who were rising up to say that this is an attack to this type of dispensation of the Spirit. So remember, such dispensation, such operation could be true. You could also find that, of course, even in the scripture. If you're visiting our channel for the first time, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification button so that next time we make an upload, you'll be the first person to know. Do have a blessed day.